Hello, I'm with Jacob and his wife. What's your name?
Louise.
Louise. Jacob Louise Shad. And Mr. Shad, or Jacob, how old were you when you went into the CCCs?
18.
18. How old are you now?
90.
Okay. And what year did you go in?
Part of 38, 39. I was in for 1 year.
Okay, where are you from originally?
Scotia, New York.
Okay. And from Scotia, did you go down to, the closest town and join up there?
Across the river in Schenectady.
And that's where you joined?
Yep.
Okay. How long did it take you to get into CCCs when you first thought of going in?
1 day.
1 day.
Yeah.
Okay. So what was it like? Were you taken in? It was like going into the military, the army then.
Well, the captains or the commanding officer of the camps was at the police station in Schenectady, and they were enrolling anybody that wanted to go into CCs.
Okay.
And each commanding officer told you what his camp was and where it was.
Okay. And this was all in New York. This was in
Yeah,
state.
in Schenectady. New York.
Okay. Okay. So you stayed near where you lived.
Well, I wound up in a camp about 100 miles from there.
Okay. What kind of work did you do there
At the camp,
at the camp?
well, the first week was with a sledgehammer breaking rocks in a new parking lot. And then after that, it was planting trees.
Okay. Did you do any firefighting or anything like that? Were you ready?
No, we didn't have any fire, no fires there. We built fire roads and small bridges over small creeks to get back into these woods where all the tree planting was done.
Have you been back since?
Yeah, I was back there a couple of years ago.
Okay.
Found the camp.
Did you see the foundations, or did you see any of the trees you planted?
I saw the trees, but the camp is, well, it's hard to tell. I think it's for kids with a little
Okay, it's for like city.
problems.
Okay.
Yeah,
So the camp is still there, and the buildings are still there.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Some of the buildings are still there.
Okay, and it's located in northern New York,
Masonville.
Masonville, New York.
Yeah.
And describe the camp describe the normal day. What time did you get up, and what did you do for a normal day?
We probably got up at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Did
Went out and had calisthenics in the grounds. Went to breakfast.
Okay.
Came back, made your bed. Got on the truck.
And then how long did you work for during the day?
Well, probably from 8 o'clock till 4 o'clock.
Okay.
I imagine. It's
Okay.
hard for me to.
Okay, and then you came back to camp.
And then we would get cleaned up, and then you'd go in the mess hall for dinner.
And did you have any recreation, or did you?
No, we were right out in the country.
Okay, did you have any educational, educational camp? Was there any instructors there that gave you classes like for reading and writing or arithmetic or?
Not that I can remember.
Okay.
We had a little rec hall. Had a little jukebox. A place where you could buy cigarettes and candy.
How much did you make a month?
$5 and 25 went home. It was $30 a month.
Okay, and then did you was there any other things there that you did beside, did you take care of equipment, or did you drive trucks, or did you learn anything more? What skills did they teach you there when they were there?
Well, I drove trucks. I knew how to drive before I went there. But I drove truck,
Okay.
dump truck, and rack truck carrying men. I worked in the garage where we'd done oil changes and for the trucks, and I helped. One of the jobs was to help the mechanic that maintained the vehicles.
Okay.
for this.
So did that help you get a job after you got out, the training?
Not a bit, 'cause it was still tough going when I got out.
Okay. But then did it help you in respecting others and then being put in? How many people were you put in with? How many was in your camp?
200 men in the camp.
So you learned how to get along.
Oh yeah, you had to, because when you went to bed, there was a guy 2 foot on either side of you. So 40 men to a barrack.
Any snores?
In fact, the life of the camp is what you made it.
Okay.
I've seen kids that went over the hill, what we call to go over the hill. They were one night, and you could hear them crying, and the next morning you didn't see them anymore. And they never kept it to the point like the Army that you deserted. You just left.
Right.
And
Thinking about all your memories, what was the best memory you have of that, of the camps, of the camp?
I don't know, the enjoyment I had with the fellas that I got to know well. Some of them were from my own area in Schenectady. There was quite a few men in our camp from Utica, which is about 80 miles from Schenectady.
So mostly people from New York, mostly men from
Oh,
New
yeah,
York.
yeah.
Okay, at the last question I have for you, what do you think about today's problems with unemployment? Do you think that the CCC would be a good thing to bring back?
I think it would, rather than having kids walking the street or getting in trouble. It gives something to do. They could learn a trade and help the community.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you very much for your time.
My pleasure.